South Africa's value, role and offering within the BRICS bloc has come under scrutiny as the country hosts the 15th summit. The country has in the past been accused of not doing enough to take advantage from being a member of BRICS.
So analysts are now calling for solid outcomes from this gathering that seeks to advance member economies. Let's take you live to Sandton this morning. That's where we find Newzroom Afrika's business anchor Tumisang Ndlovu. She's part of our team covering that event. Tumisang, great to see you. South Africa's role is one of the big issues. Talk us through some of the other key priority matters at the event when it comes to specifically the issue of benefits.
Key priority areas, Michelle, include the ease of funding, and that's what the BRICS Bank is aiming to communicate in this gathering of the 15th BRICS Summit. Where South Africa is looking to make gains is to get funding, as I indicated earlier, with regards to Transnet, challenges faced there, and part of the solutions around fixing the challenges that are faced when it comes to the current energy crisis. As it was reported in newspapers in this morning's reports, is that BRICS members are not perturbed really or too alarmed by the current situation in South Africa. What the summit seeks to do is find solutions that are aimed at economic advancements. Take a listen to what Trade and Industry Minister Ibrahim Patel has had to say on this matter.
The Chinese are bullish, are optimistic about South Africa's future and want to increase their exposure, showing the potential for South Africa to work with both the developing and developed world. In July, in our meeting with large US businesses, none of them talked about scaling down. All of them wanted more opportunities, wanted to have a sense of how our infrastructure rollout can be speeded up because they saw all these opportunities in our market. And so I'm really delighted to see how the BRICS Business Council and South African business is wanting to grab this opportunity over the next week. I look forward to the big five of the business segment, namely the industrial exhibition. That is a very practical way to highlight our strengths. You know, sometimes they say, show, don't tell. The second is the sector forums to provide a place to share ideas and learn from each other. The third is the manufacturing forum that focuses on green industrialization and value chains. The fourth is the main BRICS business forum itself, bringing together the various streams of work and a forum that will be addressed by heads of state.
Some important sentiments there, Tumisang, around, effectively the minister saying actions speak louder than words. But, one of the hopes that I think, for example, players in the township economy will have insofar as the summit is concerned is that the discussions won't just be pie in the sky, but that they will translate for businesses on the ground.
And that's exactly what the minister was alluding to there, saying show and not tell, But one of the sessions that preceded the official start of the BRICS Summit this year was a showcase that the minister spoke about of small businesses, including those who participate in the township economy, basically doing a show and tell to the rest of the BRICS member visitors and delegates earlier this weekend, showing off their goods, how they form part of the manufacturing sector. And to be honest, South Africa does need to be putting its best foot forward. So again, it's a big PR exercise. Pie in the sky, you referenced. The hope is that it is not just a talk shop and that there are going to be solid fundamental changes that we are going to see in the agreements that are going to be deliberated on. As I speak to you, Michelle, looking up on the screens that are beamed, the Russian delegation has just arrived at the Waterkloof Air Force Base, and the world is looking to South Africa's relationship with Russia. How and in what terms are there going to be gains from that contentious relationship?
Yeah, it's a good thing that you bring that up, Tumisang, because, you know, among the big issues to be discussed, it's the issue around BRICS expansion, absolutely. The issue of a currency, countries trading in their own currencies in specific instances. But, of course, it is also the Ukraine-Russia issue. Will this be an opportunity for that Ukraine-Russia peace mission and the member states to have a discussion with that country on a whole range of issues, ranging from its invasion of Ukraine?
Without a doubt. Let me first apologize for the background noise that you are hearing. It is coming from the screens that are beamed in the media center here at the Sandton Convention with the arrival of the Russian delegation. You are quite correct, Michelle. It is expected to become a talking point because of the domino effects that geopolitics have had on economies, particularly emerging economies. With the tensions between Russia and Ukraine, that war has subsequently seen the scarcity when it comes to food, the challenges that pertain to trade, and BRICS members, essentially member countries, are expected to find ways to see where there could be mitigating points to ensure that not too much is lost compared to where we were about a year or two ago. If you remember, last year already we were talking about the price of wheat and sunflower oil as a result of those blockages and impediments that had been created within trade due to the geopolitical matters that are ongoing between Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah, I wonder if the next few days will be enough for this kind of discussions that you and I have outlined, Tumisang, as the BRICS summit kicks off there in Sandton this morning. Tumisang Ndlovu, AM Report anchor, thanks very much indeed for joining us.